And it looks like we have made contact. Welcome back to Mind Your Biz. My name is Seth, and we're going to go through our entire news roundup. We wind up doing this live stream about once every week on Thursday nights at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. That we've gone a little bit late tonight, about 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. And so it's not too late out on the East Coast of the United States. You tune into this episode, or you tuned into this live stream, and you subscribe to this channel so that you can get a 360-degree view of the cryptocurrency markets. You can learn a thing or two about how crypto works, about how blockchain actually operates, and we sort of fit those Q's and A's in between the margins. So you can ask any question that you want in the live stream chat. I will respond. We also have a newsletter. You can see that down in the description of this video, or you can just find it at mindyour.biz. That's the main website. That said, let me jump out of the way. Let's take a look at our current fear and greed index. And we currently have a score of 55. Welcoming with me to the live stream, Mama Biz. Mama Biz, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm better now.
Good.
Thanks for being here with us tonight. So we're going to jump back into our fear and greed index. You want to read it off for us?
Dang.
I know.
We're way up.
We really are way, way up.
Everyone's like, the bear market is over. Yay!
No. Yeah, I don't know. Mama Biz, do you think the bear market's actually over?
I am always dubious.
I'm with you. I feel like we need to see a lot more support of an upward trend to be able to believe that. I see you got some tasty xylitol-based gum, too. We chew this sort of like dentally friendly gum in our home. It's a thing.
Aspartame-free, so it won't, give you pancreatic cancer.
But also sugar-free, so it won't rot your teeth out. So, it's supposed to be a healthy thing. I don't know if it actually is. Up you. Should we show this off? Actually, if you follow the Amazon links that you see down in the description of our video, you can pick this stuff up. Might be on one of our lists too. I don't know. You see this stuff though. I'm gonna pull it back a little bit so you don't get too much reflective light. But you see it.
I should have brought the red one.
Yep. We see Stereo 2 is in the chat, says hello, hello. Latrell also is there saying evening, everyone. Good to see you both. Appreciate you being here with us. But yeah, we get that. We're in fear. Or in greed. Oh my gosh.
We haven't been in greed in a while.
I know. It's been so weird for me to just see that and
This is last month. It was like 28.
Yeah, it was a fear-based score, right? So people clearly have changed their minds very fast. Mm-hmm. Well, that doesn't take much. Right? It's like, oh, well, Bitcoin's price action is up just the tiniest bit, and now we're all greedy again?
Yep.
What's up with that? Okay, well, why don't we do this? Mama Biz, you know that I believe that usually this is a trailing indicator. It should be a leading indicator, how people are feeling as far as sort of macro investing theory, right? This should be a leading indicator, how people should be seeing just stuff happening in terms of policy and prices. CPI should be factoring into this number really a lot more than I think it does. But the way that they measure it, I think it's just people looking at the charts and feeling a certain way when they see Bitcoin's price. That's how I view it. So I'm going to take a look at some of those assets I've got open right now. Crypto bubbles. Yeah, sea of green, right? All green bubbles. Boop. Sorry, pop.
What's that big T?
Threshold.
Threshold? What's threshold?
Threshold apparently has a $500 million market cap, and it's popped way up out of almost nowhere. It's had like a 50% increase. 161%, I'm sorry, 100% increase. Jeez, what am I even saying? Here's the thing, depending on how you measure it, when you lose, it's like if this were to be chopped down, it would be a 50% decrease. So to get back up to that price, it's not a 50% pop. It's a 100% increase to get back to that price, right? That's the thing. It's very easy to get confused, right? So Stereo 2 says he remembers when the crypto fear and greed index was at 11. So do we.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do too. Dire times, and what's funny is...
We all should have been buying.
Facts right there. We'll get to it, though. Here's the thing. The best time to dollar cost average was when you saw that we were at the bottom support. The second best time is probably right now, right? Because dollar cost averaging means you just get an exposure to every one of these price points anyway. So, yeah, it's kind of the safest investment strategy most people use. Now,
what's APT?
Aptos. And Aptos is a blockchain. It actually is its own protocol and blockchain. It's got that market cap of almost $3 billion. So they're building something that's meant to have long-term utility, and I can see why people would be excited about that. That said, I have not done a deep enough dive into Aptos to understand the fundamentals well enough, and I'm one of those, I'm very strongly fundamentalist when it comes to blockchains. I don't like things moving too fast and breaking stuff. I don't mind seeing a trend early on, But I think there's plenty of time. Like we're so in love with catching falling knives and trying to find projects when they're totally unknown, so we can see all the upside. And one of these days, this thing's going to make us a millionaire. Like, I think that's unhealthy.
I think it's kind of like the good feeling you get when you go to a casino, and maybe you'll win big.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I mean, and that's why Bitcoiners rightly call all the speculation in these markets, they call it the shitcoin casino. It's not a good look for us, I think. But Aptos, I mean, most people who understand the fundamentals of Aptos, they wouldn't call it whatever, like a crap coin or an altcoin. Even. Oh, they call it an altcoin, but not a crap coin per se. Automatic Beats is in the chat, says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Automatic Beats. Thanks for joining us tonight. And we appreciate you, while we are live, hitting that thumbs up and sharing the link while we're live. It makes a huge difference while we're live. Thank you for your support so far here at the new home for Mind Your Biz. We're right on track. We've been playing a long game with migrating to the new home for Mind Your Biz. And I'm thinking the way I want to play it is this. Mind Your Biz Classic, the previous channel, will be for shorts only. We will not be syndicating any of our shorts here. They will only be on Mind Your Biz Classic. Those will go over to our backup channel on Odyssey. And both of these channels feed our unifying channel over on Rumble. So we've got double redundancies for the video content. We've been shut down on the previous channel by YouTube without warning. It just happens. I'm very, very nervous about anything I ever publish because, how dare you voice any kind of dissent or any kind of conflicting opinions.
That's why we can't talk about news stories that may or may not be coming out of Twitter all the time, because if we do, you might never see sweet little minds again.
Yeah. Okay.
It'd be so sad.
Yeah, I'd be sad to miss your faces too. So, yeah, unfortunately, those are the conditions that we live in, right? So we have to be very mindful of what we say and do, but not over there. So we may maybe we'll do some exclusive stuff over on Odyssey and Rumble. Seems like that's a viable option. So let us know if you're interested in that. It'd be really cool if you are. And then the newsletter, we'll talk about that in just a minute. But the newsletter, we just set up on Substack. It's already been shut down for unspecified platform violations. And I'm like, wait, what? Okay, how do we fix this? Well, we won't tell you. You just don't get to publish anymore. This is strange things afoot. I'll put it that way. Very strange things. So, we're going to be going to entirely self-hosted everything all the time, including the website, because we're already self-hosted on the website. Well, sort of. We're a static website on GitHub pages, which we did so that we could migrate over to IPFS if we ever had to. Are we going to have to self-host our own email server, Mama Biz? Am I going to have to do that?
Do you want the truth?
Tell me the truth.
Okay, probably.
Okay. There you go, boys. Time to roll the sleeves up. Get to work.
What you wanted to hear? It's not what you wanted to hear.
It kind of isn't what I wanted to hear, but you're right. I probably have to self-host everything.
No, you're not going to have to do that, honey, at all.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm probably going to have to set up an IPFS node with this the storage gen server that I have over here, and probably have to host our own IPFS media and then seed that out to the network and then have our own totally untake-downable blog. I mean, this is kind of how it is. Latrell says, I need to go check out your Rumble. Hey, if you watch the show here, then you've already seen what's over there. It really is a fallback. I don't really promote it, so manage your expectations there. It's a bit like Crypto Wendio's Rumble, too, or like Ben Armstrong's Rumble, the BitBoy Crypto's Rumble. There's not a lot of support for crypto media over there yet because most of us aren't building there. Many of us do build a little bit on Odyssey, but I haven't really built all that much there either.
It's just the fail-safe.
Yeah, pretty much. But maybe we do. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would love to hear your feedback. But crypto bubbles, Mama Biz, what else stands out to you right now?
Let's see, we did the one with the T and Aptos, and then FTM and XEC.
Yep, XEC and eCash. eCash. FTM, this is Phantom. This is a competitor to Ethereum. Not quite as much market cap strength as Aptos. AXS is your Axie Infinity. This is a play-to-earn game, play-to-earn ecosystem. And then ApeCoin. Dang. This is the main coin that is associated with the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Mm-hmm. So Macy and Basie. So that's interesting there too. Like a bunch of stuff that's just coming up, but it's one of those weeks where everything is just up.
All green, except
Yeah.
for poor little FTT.
I know, poor FTT. What have you ever done to anybody to deserve this, FTT? That's what I ask.
Just an innocent bystander over there. Poor thing.
Right, yeah. Yeah. How dare you, public? How dare you cancel this fine coin, this fine token? So, Flare as well, doing okay. But, yeah, instead of being too topical there, let's talk about some other possible causes for the current mania. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it mania, right, with this fear and greed index. So, why are people manic about crypto right now? I don't know.
Because Bitcoin has been going up, and if Bitcoin goes up, everything else follows.
It is a mystery. When we placed the chopsticks, we had those two bottoms right here. We had the two tops right there. And we were expecting something to happen. Well, thankfully, something did. And, it's probably a good time for us to flash that red screen. I need to know, Mama Biz, what do you think about this show? Are we actually trying to offer advice?
I think that we are offering all of our opinions, and everyone else can make their decisions without making us accountable for them. Yes, please do your own research.
There you go. Yeah, I think so too. So taking a look at this chart though, and we did define a bit of a range that the chopsticks that we were just kind of seeing already happened, right? So we traced these tops, we traced these bottoms, and it was like, okay, well, maybe it continues on this trend, but more likely than not, before we see another third top, or after seeing a third top in that range, we see a breakout, upside or downside. We saw a breakout to the upside. And this is not a very scientific thing, guys. We don't use a lot of fancy technical analysis. We're not doing 5-minute charts. And I don't earn my money by being a trader. So just manage your expectations there. That said, with all the respect in the world to people who do trade full time, and that's how they make their money, I can't live and die by 1-minute or 5-minute charts. And like having a bajillion screens and having one bad day kind of wipe out a quarter's worth of my profits and hard work. I can't live like that. I can't put Mama Biz through that. I can't put our kids through that. There are people with, nerves of steel that somehow make it work. My hat goes off to you. Could not be me. But yeah, moving back along. I do like having some idea of where Bitcoin has been because that gives us some indication of where Bitcoin might go. Like a little bit of insight into what it may do next. But, we kind of knew if it breaks out, it's going to either go up or down. Well, it does go sideways sometimes. So that's the thing. There's a third option. And so when we see these ranges here, we have some idea, like maybe if it is going to crab sideways, let's try to figure out, is it going to crab sideways there? No. Well, then it's got to go up or down, right? And then we kind of figure something out. The moment that we saw a breakout from that range to the upside, we probably could have said, yeah, if we were one of those traders, we could have done something along the lines of, say, like, you know what, let's get crazy aggressive. 2-hour chart, which is not all that aggressive. We could have said, all right, 2-hour chart. We would have tightly defined these chopsticks a little better too, because now we see a little more granular data. We could have said like, okay, broke out on that 2-hour there. Said, all right, cool, we're in. Let's set our orders and dump on these fools while they were all buying higher. Right? So, I mean, like, there's a little bit of method to the madness, a tiny bit. Not that I'm, again, trying to become some like trading channel or technical analysis channel. Totally not. But yeah, that's why we do what we do. We've got another little very sloppy pattern shaping up here that I wouldn't even know what to do with the chopsticks right now. So I think we're going to wait until we see. Yeah, I think it's so lazy, but I think we're probably going to wait till the weekend and see what shapes up after the weekend. Yeah, we'll check back in on next week. So if that disappoints you, well then I guess you can stop paying me for technical analysis now. We'll just move on. But take a look at some of our news articles. We've got something that has come up that this kind of piqued my interest. I picked up some of the news articles that you chose for us, Mama Biz, because I think they're very important. But I saw something here that grabbed my attention because security is so important to me. And I think it should be more important to more crypto people because everyone's getting wrecked.
Oh, did you see the article I sent about the Rover stuff?
No. Oh, I didn't see that you sent any. Let me pick them up right now, though.
They're all
Awesome. Hey, while we're doing that, it's free. It's open source. It will help your lovely wife be able to text you anything she wants, encrypted and private.
I sent Seth lovely pictures of horses.
It's horses and thongs?
Horses and thongs. But you can go to Twitter for that too.
Yeah. Okay. So hey, I got that one open.
And you could even.
And I've got one related to that. I've got one. No, actually, I don't have a lot of these. These are great, though. I really like those. So let me add those up. And we did kind of talk about that. And oh man, that's great. I was gonna talk about that as well, but you know what? I passed, and I think it's great that you did. So I'm gonna get Moonbirds lined up as well. Man, these are great. I really love the articles that you chose for us, Mom Biz. I totally should have just placed these out here because now my stuff is boring by comparison. But we did talk about some of these. We do have some of them lined up in our content lineup, so I'm not too worried. We will show what we have. And if I seem a little bit slow, kind of getting things rearranged here, I make no apology, ladies and gentlemen. It takes a little bit of time to line up the content. And beyond that, I'm also working with technically a new operating system, I guess. Why don't we break up some of this content with, we'll do a little bit of mining cost analysis, and then we'll take a look at our DeFi info after that. We'll still try to power through this pretty fast, though, okay? I don't want to bore everybody to tears here, because that's real easy to do. So, jump back in, take a look at some of this. Looks like, so we already had that. We're going to see it in a minute. Phantom Wallet. This is a hot wallet for the Solana ecosystem. And I see Gordon Murray in the chat saying, sup? Not much. We're just talking about Chia, but you missed it. Sorry, not sorry. So, Phantom Wallet claims it thwarted over 18,000 attacks. Now, this is by my good friend Jason Nelson. Jason, wherever you are, you always do great work. So I appreciate you writing about this. I'm dubious about Phantom Wallet's claim. And so I'm glad that you brought attention to it. But I think that hot wallets in general, yeah, they are a big target. So MetaMask, Phantom Wallet.
We saw someone lose like $5,000 doing a MetaMask. What were they? We had a friend who was like, he was transferring some funds, and somebody was in there in the middle of the transfer, and he was just like, oh, phew, they only took like 5,000 from me, but they almost got into all of my clients' accounts. They could have taken millions. He was like, that was close.
Yeah. Yeah, fund manager, right? So yeah, I mean, it's, guys, this is serious stuff. It's like the wire fraud of our age. And wire fraud still happens, right, in real estate. We've talked about that on the show before as well. I think our real estate agent that sold us this house, she's talked about it. Anybody who's done real estate professionally knows somebody who's been defrauded of a whole house payment worth of money, because wire fraud is so apparently easy to commit. So yeah, crypto is like, all right, if you can intercept it in some other way, then you're doing really well. The article that I wrote up, but that Substack will not let me release to you, has to do with the poison address attack that is becoming popular. I'm looking for some other way to publish, likely self-publishing. I don't know what to do here. If any of you is an email whiz, or if you're like particularly gifted with Amazon SES, because I will need bulk email sending, because I have a legacy email list of 10,000 subscribers. So I need to migrate a lot of people, more than MailChimp. But reach out, let me know. Or if not, it's also, whatever, no harm, no foul. Email's just weird. I got it. But it is a little bit easier. So, Geek of All Trades says, yo, Gordon Murray says, I already know about MMX Gigahorse, LOL. Oof. I need the soundboard back, like, now. I need that. I know. I need that. Air horns, Roblox, oof. We're missing out on so much together. Sorry. All right. But apparently, yes. Phantom Wallet, they claim they've thwarted over 18,000 attacks. And they're protecting their users all the time. You can't see it, but they protect. And I just can't help but think. So, yeah, like you said, the Moonbirds NFT project, the creator of Proof and the Moonbirds NFT project, was the victim of a phishing attack after the scammer sent Rose a message that leveraged permissions that he'd already granted to his MetaMask wallet on the OpenSea marketplace. When that message was signed, the thief used those privileges to drain over 40 NFTs, including an Autoglyphs NFT worth almost $500,000 from his wallet. A tweet responding to Rose pointed out that the popular Solana cryptocurrency wallet, Phantom, I'm gonna throw in that little extra word for you there, Jason. I know you gotta punch your copy editor in the face for me. Do it, Jason. Jason, do it. cryptocurrency wallet Phantom had warned its users of a malicious website and blocked the website that had snared Rose. The wallet developer responded, "We got your back." Like MetaMask, Phantom has a browser and mobile app that users can use to purchase, buy, or send their favorite NFT collections. Anyway, involves in certain forms of blocking, initially manual through an open source block list, then getting more automated and sophisticated over time. Yeah, it's a lot that they have to try to intercept, but this is why so many services are becoming, the sort of like pre-check or pre-send services are becoming so incredibly popular now, because it's nearly impossible to have a custom block list. All the bad guys, I mean, Mimi, I'm not going to do this. We've talked about exploits over the years, right, here on the Mind Your Biz channel, right? Like, pour one out for all the exploits that we could have done, but chose not to because we're not evil, right? So, including forking coins, etc., all the, anonymous stuff.
The world is very fortunate that Mind Your Biz is a moral person.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of us that have the skills, right? And the thing that stops us is the fact that we don't
want to hurt people.
I was going to say we fear death and reprisal, but like, yes, we are good and moral people. I was totally joking, guys, right? We're good and moral people. We don't want to cause pain to others. We want to do no harm, right? We want to be the change that we see, that we desire to see in the world. So that starts by just not being an a-hole and defrauding people, right? So if we wanted to, though, most of us could go find some of these other exploits, even though they've been retired, even though they're kind of broadly understood, like how they work. It's as simple as copying their code and redeploying it elsewhere because it's a new smart contract address. So they can't keep a custom block list of all these new exploits. It would be impossible. So they do have to put like algorithmic detection of these exploits into the wallets. And that's almost impossible too, because it's like, look, the wallet just needs to be good at holding your crypto in a sovereign way. I'm of the opinion that it also needs to be able to talk to a hardware wallet. We'll discuss that another time, but yeah. It's becoming impossible. So all these pre-check, right, like smart contract checking services, they've exploded in popularity because they're so necessary, right? Poor me. You're coming into the space at a time where I'm like, basically, I'm super protective of my wife. Like, yeah, you should hold crypto, but don't ever use it. Don't do that. It's really dangerous out there, right? So, but it's not impossible. Peer to peer, easy, but a lot of stuff that's kind of scary. Yeah. So, anyway. So I'm not too shocked that they make that claim, but I don't know about that. Geek of All Trades says, Mind Your Biz, have you tried Twilio for mass sending? And Gordon Murray says, I am Protect. Whitelist for the win. And Gallo Salome says, good evening, Top G. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate it. Don't know how Mama Biz feels about that, but hey, I appreciate you. Says, let's smash that like, and that is air horns, beep, 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 advice. All right, jumping back in. Phantom Wallet, that's great news. Crypto Slate talked to us about the FTX creditors, and they've got kind of a roundup where they talk about some dude who spent Bitcoin on a hitman, or hitmen. They spent Bitcoin more than once to hire hitmen.
Wow.
I know, right? Mimi, let me just ask you. Mom Biz, based on your understanding of Bitcoin, and you're not like a regular user, you're not like a power user. Do you use Bitcoin to hire hitmen?
Probably when I hire hitmen, I use cash. That's what I do.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah.
But to each their own. I guess if you want to go to jail, you can use Bitcoin for that.
I mean, you can just do like the CIA does and just confiscate somebody else's cocaine and then hire hitmen with that cocaine. It's so much easier, right?
Efficient.
Yeah, no, and our federal government is very good at understanding, what sort of incentive is best for what type of activity. So,
yeah, if you don't like what the president's going to do, kill him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Well, it's been declassified. We can just say that now, right?
We know that now, right? Like we can
I don't know
openly
if we
say,
can.
like we now have confirmed that happened.
I don't know if we can.
Okay.
I don't know if we can. Yeah, we want to, but I don't know if we actually can. Isn't that so frustrating?
I didn't say who I was talking about, though.
No, I know, but you did utter the words, unalive and the president in the same. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Dead president.
And they see my face. They know my face, Mimi.
I'm just talking about dead presidents. We could be talking about bills, dollar bills.
Okay. Yeah.
Dead presidents.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah. Like Jimmy Carter. Wait.
No.
You know what? I'm going to get better at this over time.
Benjamin's.
Okay. All right. Well, Crypto Slate's talking about not just spending Bitcoin on hitmen, but also apparently the FTX creditors.
Benjamin Franklin was never a president.
No, he wasn't. That's correct.
Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, certified badass. President? No. You like I almost dipped into my my Morgan Freeman voice there. You're right. I can't. Can I? Should I do it?
Yeah,
Guys,
do it.
thumbs up. If you want to hear some Morgan Freeman, I'll come back to this.
I don't know. Maybe it's just wants all the cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah, what else is new? Jeez. There's like every single, this guy, we can't take him anywhere, Automatic Beats. So yeah, every other comment is like, cocaine yet? Cocaine time? Give us a chart for cocaine? Jeez. He's like, forget about red lines and green lines. I want some white lines. Anyway. Yeah, he doesn't know why, but today feels like it's going to be a great day. So, Benjamin Franklin, certified badass. Not your president, but certified badass. So, anyway, yeah. FTX, the creditors have been revealed. And this is kind of tricky because at this point, these people are now doxxed. Cat's out of the bag. If FTX owes you money, you're kind of double screwed because you are broke and now everyone knows who you are. This is why it's so frustrating to trust centralized authorities.
We're all learning very hard lessons right now. That's okay. Maybe we'll make better choices going forward.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody forgets again and does it all over again.
Yeah. We can hope. Well, Mind Your Biz audience, Mind Your Biz community, we know that you know, because we know that what we've been telling you is you should hold your own crypto. You shouldn't put it on any centralized exchange. You shouldn't leave it with any centralized custodian, even if, well, really, especially if they offer you high yield. We see what happens from that. It never ends well. But yeah, this is like adding insult to injury, right? Like, and you're doxxed. Yeah. So, bummer. But yeah, this dark web hitmen these dark web hitmen were paid $60,000 in Bitcoin to kidnap the estranged wife. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ronald Craig. What's LG?
96 months. Wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's really not a long time for doing something like that.
Oh, he's from Spokane too. This guy might be a minor. Come on, shame on you, Craig. Senor Craig. Especially if you're a minor. Jeez. Just saying. Yeah. So, no, that's actually his last name. Ilg. I-L-G. Ilg. Yeah, Geek of All Trades reminds us that, he says, mind your biz. Exchanges are for, now hear me out here, crazy talk. Exchanging, not for hodling. Duh. You're right. You are right. That said, you got to be tactical. Like you're saying, if you're not very tactical about your trades, and we've talked about centralized exchanges on the show, on the channel. We have our favorites, and we have some that we don't favor very much, and we don't trust very much. So, yeah, we like exchanges that offer KYC light, or that, in my opinion, offer common sense KYC, in the same way that I like common sense federal control of certain things, which is to say, I don't want federal control of most things. So keep the KYC requirements very light, and sure, obey every law, all of them. And there are plenty of exchanges that are being regulated too tightly. They just are. Like if we went to the airport and we were flying somewhere internationally and we put $1,000 cash, like US cash across the counter, they would just exchange it for us in francs, euros, right? Are francs even used anymore?
No, it's all euros. I think.
It's all euros, right? Yeah, in France.
Throughout Europe, it's
yeah.
Almost everything uses the euro.
There's
Countries.
There are only a couple of countries that are not on the euro. Well, like Poland, right? There's a lot down, and some others that are.
Well, I don't know. I don't know very much about this. I just know that like countries of the European Union use the euro.
Yeah.
So that's what I know.
There you go. Well, pound sterling is still in action, right? It's not missing in action yet.
That's what I know mostly.
So anyway, Point is, if we give them $1,000 at the airport, at the exchange counter, we would just get our money. No questions asked. The travel rule is not violated, so you don't need to know. And more exchanges should be this way, right? Where it's like, okay, you haven't violated any rules, so we don't need to know. It's that simple.
Honey, you could be a hitman going to kidnap somebody's wife.
Well, I would need $60,000 minimum for that. Obviously, that's a going rate in Bitcoin. Either that or you can pay, some of our viewers all the cocaine, and they do it for free. So, yeah, apparently Spokane, Washington, though, it is a big mining hotspot. I don't know if you knew that. But the state of Washington has really great power rates, especially out in the rural area of Spokane. It is adjacent to the Idaho border. And so there's a massive river that runs through that area. And I think it's Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and then Spokane, Washington. There's a lot of mining that happens there, too, because of that massive hydro facility. There are a couple of hydro facilities that are on that same body of water, right? Moving waterway.
I did not know that.
Well, the more you know. Yeah, now you do. And so I wonder now. This guy had 60K in Bitcoin. I wonder if it was mining profits. I wonder if it was earnings from mining. So, but apparently, yeah, the hitman they actually did attempt to kidnap and assault multiple victims, including his ex-wife. It wasn't just his ex-wife. Jeez. So, oh my gosh. Been working as a neonatologist. What? Wait, what? Huh? This is too weird. That's way too weird. I wish I hadn't read this headline. This just makes me sad. What an incredible jerk. I'm just sad now. Let's move on. Seriously.
Maybe his wife was horrible. Maybe she deserved it.
Oh, that's... Oh,
I
man.
know. I'm kidding. These are the jokes.
Yeah, okay. So what we're saying is Mama Biz does have a Bitcoin wallet, and you have to contact her on the dark web, and she will coordinate things.
I have a Bitcoin wallet? Wow.
Yep. But moving on, we got some other news. This is the one that you sent over to one of the ones that you sent over to me, and I think it's pretty great. What is this? Boom.
Oh, did I send you that one?
You did.
Oh. Yeah. Kind of like glossed over it, and then I was like, no, I shouldn't use that one. I think I told you about it. Anyway, Ted Cruz wants Bitcoin to be accepted at the Capitol. Vendors to be able to accept Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I think this is a great move. I think that this is really important. Ted Cruz is not my favorite person in the entire world. I don't know about you, but I'm not like some big Ted Cruz fan. I'm also not a big Ron DeSantis fan either. Like, I think that they've made some good choices, but I'm not like, oh, awesome, you guys won me over. I'm a Republican now. No, that's not me. But I think this is one of those moves that's actually quite good, quite healthy for the space, quite healthy for their state. So I think this will wind up being net positive for the state of Texas. But apparently, crypto will be prioritized for different parts of Capitol Hill. So they'll be able to focus on digital assets. They'll be able to, let's see, work with persons that will accept digital assets as payment for goods and food services. I think this could be as simple as Ted Cruz wanting to be able to pay for Taco Tuesday with cryptos.
Yeah, he just wants that hot dog on Thursday.
Yeah. Yep. Ted Cruz looks like a hot dog gobbler. That's a thing. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What?
You lecture me on what I say.
What? Don't make it weird. The guys are watching. Okay, fine.
Running your mouth.
Jeez. I think Ted Cruz is running his mouth on some hot dogs. So anyway, RD27 says, Ron is the man. You know, I can appreciate that people feel that way too. Like, that's the other thing. I get that there are big fans of Ted Cruz. Like, there are big fans of Ron DeSantis.
And there are reasons why we can't say on our channel why you would be a big fan, because we'll get canceled.
Yep. So I get why people would feel that way. But for me, I'm like, okay, cool. They're another career politician. Both of them. They're career politicians. I have an inherent mistrust for people who are career politicians. So kudos to these guys. They've made a few great choices. A few.
Ron Paul was a politician for decades.
What's weird is that he didn't start his career as a career politician. He he migrated into that upon a full career in medicine first.
Yes.
Like he retired, fully retired from medicine before he went into politics.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No,
Just like, politicians and
I understand.
a politician for a long time.
I do understand that, but he did so as an elder statesman.
That's more along the lines of term limits, but
Yeah. And he did so as an elder statesman, too. That's the other thing for me. Like, okay, you're an elder statesman who's moving from some other pursuit into politics. You're not like whatever. You're not like some college kid who was involved in some like PAC who then decided like years later, okay, I know the right people, I can get in. And so you only ever worked in some political office, right? Some like think tank to then go on to hold office yourself. Like AOC is the stuff of nightmares because of things like that. And then getting like some side jobs that were just enough to be able to get into politics.
yeah, she looks like someone who's had too much cocaine.
I can't comment because obviously I will just be a hater and it'll mean
She's very wide-eyed because she's so happy. Sorry.
yes. Thank you, Mama Bez. Appreciate that. And Geek of All Trades also says investing in precious metals, brass and lead, and magic internet money scares the white wigs. Wait till we invest in precious metals with our magic internet money. And insert head exploding meme here. So funny you should mention that. Phoenix Ammunition over on Twitter, they said that they were having trouble with the Monero community not being willing to help them set up payments for ammunition in Monero. And I was like, bruh, DM me. I will gladly give you a couple of hours of my time to help you set up your e-commerce store, your e-commerce shop, because this is a huge problem. Most ammunition manufacturers, most accessory manufacturers for that whole Second Amendment community, they basically get shut down by banks. Like any traditional bank, and even banks that are oriented towards small business, they say like, oh no, we're Second Amendment friendly. Total lies.
Well, and I can see why, a crypto, the crypto token.
It is a coin and it has its own chain.
Okay. So I can see why any coin or token would be a little concerned about being implicated in sales of drugs or firearms or people.
Right. No, I understand that. So Monero is like digital cash. Monero is private by default. And the community always prides themselves on like, well, you should be able to like whatever. You should be able to like go to some place where it's legal, right? Or do whatever you want. Like with your dollar bills, you can go anywhere in the world and you can in some other foreign land, you can go buy something that is unobtainium here.
Hey kid, want to buy a gas stove? That's great.
Yeah.
We're getting really risky here now.
Yeah, now we're getting that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Thanks, Gordo. We're getting canceled tonight because of gas. Yeah.
Oh, the gas stove.
Gas stove.
Haven't you heard how many gas stoves cause blood clots?
And they're racist.
Very dangerous. Yes, racist and dangerous.
Yeah. You can't be dangerous without being racist, and vice versa. So, anyway, yeah, Monero, you should be able to use it to buy whatever. Something as controversial as eggs.
I agree. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Like, I can see why people would be hesitant to get involved in that way. Because, if you're taking, is it Silk Road as a cautionary tale, I mean, that guy's going to be in prison for the rest of his life, right?
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
Free Ross.
Yeah. So, that's all I'm getting at. It's like, I'm not saying, like, oh, I don't think they should do that. Just, I see why they would be concerned about doing that when it comes to ammunition.
Well, it's funny that the Monero community doesn't have a problem with that so much. They don't have a problem with what is being purchased as much as they're just like, they're the breed of nerds that are too smart for their own good. So they start infighting and making the guy feel bad for asking them for help.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, right? It's like they defeated their own cause by kind of being a-holes.
Are you going to help him out?
I wanted to, but he was like, I don't know this guy. He just ignored it.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That's sad.
I'll have to reach out again. Here's the thing. If I could do that, I'd be happy to do it, right? So, just an independent producer of ammunition, too. So, I'm like, dude, it's like a one-man show. Well, it probably has employees, but like...
Yeah, but he doesn't know you, and you're like, I'll help you.
Yeah,
I'll help
right?
with your crypto purchases.
Right? It's like...
Just give me your a seed phrase, and I'll help you out.
No problem. Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Nothing. Obviously nothing. Gordon Murray says Monero has the best huevos. And Geek of All Trades says that he is interested in buying a racist gas stove. What did I miss? All the white lines. Sorry, Geek of All Trades. Haha. You lose, sir. Good day. So, moving on. Yeah, we got Ted Cruz talking about the creation of a subcommittee on digital assets, the financial technology and inclusion, of financial technology and inclusion earlier this month. Wow. There's a lot going on. And I'm excited to see that there are some politicians who are who are embracing crypto. And it saddens me that there are not more Dems embracing crypto. Because it's the sort of thing that if a lot of the traditionally liberal pet causes were still espoused, like being anti-war, like people having dignity, which was the platform. That was the rally cry. Then you would want for like battered women to have access to private by default cryptocurrencies so that they didn't have surveillance from their abusive husbands or abusive partners.
Likewise, marginalized groups.
Yeah. You would, if that was something that you actually cared about, as opposed to just giving lip service long enough to get into office, then you would let cryptocurrency take its rightful place as digital cash. But I don't think that matters to that party. And I don't think that it actually matters that much to the Republicans either, though. I think it's still like, oh, cool. The Dems don't want it. So we're going to, like, this is great. This is helping us rank higher in our polls.
Just two sides of the same coin, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think you can probably count on one hand the politicians who actually give a crap about your freedom.
Yeah, I think so, too. Anyway. But Gordon Murray is worried about his abusive wife. All right. Geek of All Trades today. Hey, pour one out for Gene Wilder. Yeah. He says, I said good day. So, yeah, moving on. 2023 looks like it will be a bumper year for blockchain gaming. I brought this up because I think that's true. I think that we are going to see crypto regulation, but I think we're also going to see the continuation of play to earn. We're going to see play and earn. We're going to see all kinds of variations of this. We're going to see some metaverse projects that start to actually get it right because they focus on augmented reality and some various other tie-ins that kind of help it mature a little bit more.
So marching towards, glorious days of Ready Player One.
Kind of.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
They were talking about J-Chain's space this morning, weren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Part of it.
But specifically, how long? How long do you think it'll be before that's what it's like, right?
It's going to be a while.
I don't want the world to be like that. I don't want everyone to be like sitting in a chair living in a world that doesn't exist. That just makes me sad.
Yeah.
There's a time and a place for gaming. There is. Maybe it's because like when I play a game, I am like an addict. I can't pull away from it. I want to just like, sit in a diaper all day and eat Cheetos while I play a game. I'll be that person. And when I think of like the whole of society becoming like that, it just terrifies me.
Yeah, right. Idiocracy, Wall-E. Yeah.
It's scary.
All the cautionary tales that Hollywood tried to tell you. Yeah, I hear you.
Watching their movies.
Yeah.
Sitting in a chair.
Well, it's funny because we got this awesome gaming rig, right? Badass gaming rig that I basically never let the boys play because I'm worried about the same thing.
This has happened to us so many times. They're like, we want to play video games. We're like, that's a good idea. And then we set this thing up, and a week later we're like, they're little monsters now. No, and we take the video games away because they become awful.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's true that Mom Biz and I we don't like the idea of raising little assholes, like raising people who we wouldn't like in the real world if we met them outside of the this construct of our family. So, yeah, can't just what is it you always say? You can never get enough of what you don't need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they don't need unlimited video games. Anyway, so yeah, I don't understand people who will binge play like for 24 hours or who don't sleep and then play video games all night and we're like, oh, it's my time, I can do what I want with it.
We should probably just incentivize it. They can clean the whole house, deep clean, top to bottom. That'll be amazing.
Yeah, right.
And then they can play video games.
The therapy will undergo 10 years from now.
But first they have to exercise outside for a few hours.
Yeah, that does. We do that already though. My kids are actually. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Oh no! Was my mic off this whole time? Could anyone hear anything I was saying at all?
Geek of all trades, thank you so much. Her mic was off.
Guys!
The button on her mic that's right in her hands.
Well, I got here late. I thought it was on.
I know.
And I wasn't looking.
I had to turn it off because I was doing some voiceover work the other day.
I have to be accountable for this? Come on.
Right. You had one job to do. Oh, yeah, that one job was talk.
I
I'm
want to
sorry.
know, did anyone hear anything I said up before you turned the mic on?
Probably not in the same
Oh.
volume. Appreciate the feedback there.
I said so many great things. I talked about cocaine and everything.
She did.
Oh, man.
Gordon Murray says it was off. I thought it was intentional. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you can hear her, though, right? I mean, there's
What
enough
was all of
sensitivity.
this like for you? You got to speak up, guys. Come on. I feel like an idiot over here.
Oops.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
I know, right? Here we are. So, yeah, here we are. Jumping back in. Let's take a look at some. Oh, my
I'll
gosh.
do my best. How
Okay.
dare you? Was that like Greta? Did I get it right?
It kind of is. Mom, because you're so youthful, too. You actually look like not that much older than her. No, it's kind of funny because yeah, by comparison, the last 3 years, you have apparently aged less than her. So, yeah. No, so automatic beats, clearly we were having mic issues, but it was
Yes.
because one of our signals was totally cut.
In that we just didn't push a button.
Yeah, apologies for that. Ooh. All right. There we go.
Oof.
Drop the
Well, at
shiny-
least all the
shiny
stuff
nugget.
that would have gotten you canceled didn't, get on the audio. So maybe there is a silver lining there.
That is a phenomenal silver lining.
Yeah.
So, speaking
I
of,
won't be using the words unalive and presidents for the rest of the, broadcast.
you gotta be careful how you say it is all. So, there we go. It's freshly peeled scalp. Looking shiny, a little dapper. See all the lights. Ah, you gotta wish for something.
Ooh. Come on, make a wish, guys. Make a wish.
That's really aggressive. What are you trying to do? So, yeah, speaking of stuff that silver linings and stuff, we should probably actually get merch going again, huh? In the
We
store.
should. Yeah, you have some really great stuff.
I think so too.
Yeah, Geek of All Trades wants us to go from the top.
Okay, easy. Here we
have
go.
to do like a fast review. Benjamin Franklin was not a president,
Correct.
but he was cool.
Correct.
What else did we do?
We also talked about
We're going to sell gas stoves and children on the black market.
crypto bubbles.
Crypto bubbles. Everything's up. People are happy. Lots of greed. Does that cover? That mostly covers it.
That pretty much does.
I think we did.
I think we also just determined that the two of us don't really trust any politicians, left, right, or center.
Center. Politicians can't be trusted. And horses and thongs. I think there was a little bit about that in there.
They missed that.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it up. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we're ready to kind of move on to the other headline. Yeah, 2023 bumper year for blockchain gaming.
Bum, 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 bum,
It's a bumper year. Who even says that? Right? You have to wear a monocle to say that.
It's a bumper, yeah.
It's a bumper year. Bumper year. Shake your cigar. Bumper year for blockchain gaming. But will you realize gains? So, yeah, apparently, Geek of All Trades says that he picked us hella week to stop sniffing glue. It's true.
Glue or cocaine?
But I have a
What's your
question for you,
preference?
Geek of All Trades. Have you ever seen a grown man naked? All right. 2023 looks like it will be a bumper year for blockchain gaming. Mama Biz is like, what are you saying?
It's like saying, have you stopped beating your wife?
No, it's a line from the same movie.
I know.
What? Okay. All right. Cool.
It's like you don't know me at all.
That's not true. It's like I have autism. Kinda.
What?
Maybe somewhere on the spectrum. So apparently DApp Radar is saying that gaming accounts for almost half of the on-chain activity in the DApp industry. Here's the thing. I don't think that directly correlates into crypto price or gains. I think all that means is some of these smart contracts that are attached to play-to-earn games or blockchain games are just very unoptimized. So they just write to the blockchain too often. Like, is that a reasonable explanation? Mind your biz community. You sound off. What do you think? Tell us in the chat. Paul D says, do you like gladiator movies?
Ooh. Well, I liked The Gladiator. Does that count?
That's true.
Spartacus? Who likes Spartacus?
Oh, well, I am Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus.
No, I'm Spartacus.
Hey.
Yeah,
Those are the only 2 Gladiator movies I can think of. Are there other Gladiator movies? I'm sure there are.
pretty much. It's kind of like pirate movies of a certain vintage and cowboy movies at a certain time, like that just refuses to go away. Gladiator movies.
Yep.
You know what the best Gladiator movie would have been had we been able to actually see it?
What?
Planet Hulk.
Oh, yes. But we got Ragnarok's. So.
Not the same thing.
Yeah, but that was kind of like their answer to not being able to do Planet Hulk. But yeah, Planet Hulk, live action Planet Hulk, because they did the cartoon version.
But we didn't see Beta Ray Bill, right? Did we? Or was he in the
Beta Ray
backdrop?
Bill was in that one. He got his face smashed in.
Yeah,
in
but in the cartoon, right? So that's the thing.
They just put his face on a statue in Ragnarok.
It's just not the same thing. I think they knew it was too much work for them to get another CGI character, right? So
is that nerdy enough for you guys?
Yeah, probably not. But there you go. Gladiator movies, Planet Hulk. That would have been the bomb.
It would have.
But apparently, yes, Gladiator movies, good thing. But half the on-chain activity being gaming, I don't think that's actually bullish. I think that really bothers me. I think that's like viral activity. I think that's like automated bot viral activity. And I don't think that's a very healthy thing. I think it takes all the ills and problems of the current Web 2.0 ecosystem and it slaps Web 3 with them firmly, like on the neck. It's not like a KO slap. It's like, ow.
Yeah.
Like we can't ignore it. It's there. But will it deliver a KO? No.
We don't want that.
Yeah. Nobody likes being slapped in the neck.
Or poked in the eye.
No. Or both at the same time.
Yeah. Or like someone sticking their fingers up your nose. It's just not fun.
Yeah. Not good at all.
Like your finger, stick it in your ear.
The things I put up with. So
you like it.
So it says, I think Beta Ray Bill is in the next Thor. I don't know if Beta Ray Bill will actually be in the next Thor, will he?
I don't know, but that would be cool.
Yeah, it's about that. They would have to bring some exotic character in that's all CG.
We should ask our son. He knows all things MCU.
Yeah, it's probably an unhealthy obsession. He has a TikTok channel that is all like comic book universe crossover material where it's like DC and Marvel crossover stuff. Yeah. It's pretty fun, actually.
It was really cool. Some of it kind of popped and went viral.
Yeah.
Because it was so weird, you guys. The other day, we were watching Top Secret, this really old Val Kilmer movie. I kid you not, our son walks into the room standing next to the screen, and it was just like looking back and forth, like Val Kilmer on screen, Val Kilmer in real life. Our son looks like a young Val Kilmer.
He does, but with less womanly lips.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer had very he was a product of his time, right?
Very full lips.
What I'm going to say
womanly lips. What are womanly lips? I mean, if that's the metric, then your lips are more womanly than mine are.
Was that true? It might be true. Wow. I should probably start wearing some kind of like black lipstick. I should really step into this.
Okay, we should probably move back to crypto.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So moving back in.
Everyone's like, shut up. Stop talking about your kid. Read the news.
So Amazon is planning a new NFT initiative. And yes. Blockchain-based gaming. And here's kind of the ace up their sleeve. Did you know that Amazon owns Twitch?
I did not.
Now you know.
What's Twitch?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
So Twitch is
it's a social media platform.
It is specifically a video streaming platform. And
right. Okay, it's a video streaming platform. It's all live streaming.
Yes. And
okay, I did know what Twitch
There
was.
is a Mind Your Biz Twitch account too. We pretty much just left it abandoned for a couple of years. Because talking about crypto there is boring. It's not why people go. They go there to watch soft porn and like women in saunas.
So it's OnlyFans?
It's basically like OnlyFans Lite.
OnlyFans Lite.
It's the OnlyFans. It's the top of the funnel that leads to OnlyFans. And then there's some people who play video games too.
Last step before you go to OnlyFans.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's what streaming media means on some platforms. And Twitch is one of those platforms. Where they're like, oh, cool. Like just be traditionally good looking, for long periods of time. Sit there not doing very much that's interesting. Or play video games, not doing very much that's interesting.
How does one be traditionally good looking for long periods of time?
Mostly by not taking any risks, by being traditionally good looking and then just sitting there and doing nothing interesting.
Long periods of time. But what if they're I don't know, like rotting fruit, it looks good and then after a while it rots? I mean, are you suggesting that for some people, they just, sit there and become less traditionally good looking over an hour or two.
I mean, I guess if they tried to live stream for like whatever 5 years straight without eating, it would get messy.
And there it is.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, Twitch is a very, very weird platform. So, apologies for just calling it how it is, Mind Your Biz audience, but you know that we can be relied upon to just give you some hot takes. Some of them are spicier than others, but yeah, there's a reason I'm not there, and it's because we were competing with girls who were trying to go and feed their OnlyFans account, which just makes no sense.
Okay.
Why would you do that?
So
as a dude?
Amazon owns Twitch.
Correct. And when they talk about doing these NFT functions for blockchain-based gaming, well, guess what platform is going to support blockchain-based gaming first?
TikTok?
Hey.
I mean, Twitch?
One thing is TikTok will probably pivot and get really good at it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, in the meantime, Twitch is just going to dominate. So.
But this is a sign of mass adoption, right? This is
and,
a good thing.
And I can say informally also, I knew some people who just working in the blockchain marketing ecosystem. I knew some people who were in talks with Twitch to have sponsorship deals who are also heavily involved in crypto.
I mean, to me, that it's a good thing. These are good signs, right?
Probably. I think it is. It is a signal of mainstream adoption because anybody can set up a Twitch account. And then during all the lockdowns, they gave people partner status so you can monetize from day one, essentially.
Do people do those video game watching things on Twitch accounts?
That's the big thing. If you're
okay, so you could do that with our kids with a big emoji over their face.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a good use of your Twitch channel.
Yes.
And then the kids would get their video game time.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Mind Your Biz community, do we have to? Tell me, do we have to? Do we have to let kids do this? Let me know, because we can always talk about crypto too. Crypto Exo Phantom, if you remember him being on the live stream a couple weeks ago, has been noodling on an NFT collection for some time. We're going to build now that we're in a continued bear market, right? The extended bear market. Probably build something that is an NFT project for him. And we might do the same for the other two. Maybe just have them stream video games. We have another one who is like basically pretty darn good at fighting games. So that might be something for him. Maybe.
They would love that.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, yeah, we have been talking about our kids way too much. How dare parents talk about their kids?
Dare you?
Yeah, I know. It's
good,
it's too close. Yeah, it's
I'm really proud of myself with that one.
It's pretty good. Thumbs up for Mama Biz on that one. But yeah, I think that Amazon's going to kill it. I really do. And that's not insider info. I don't have any kind of privileged inside knowledge. I'm just saying that these are rumors that I heard because there were apparently people who were looking for channels who would be willing to stream and talk about crypto more. So now that I mention it, we should probably be streaming to Twitch as well. Probably be multi-streaming at this point. As it is right now, though, we are currently streaming at we're streaming at 1440p over on YouTube. I know we'd get lower latency if we were over on Twitch. And we'd probably do okay. I think we would.
Right.
We'd do just fine. So something to consider. And Twilio, thanks for the recommendation earlier, Geek of All Trades, for the email. We've got to figure something out there. But I think that Twitch is coming back in a big way. So something to consider. We should, it's coming up. Yeah, we should probably, it's a reactive now. We knew months ago that we should possibly make a change. But apparently, NFTs could be launched in the spring. That still gives us a couple months to build over there. Maybe we do that with the Mind Your Biz channel and brand. But yeah, dozen partner lined up for it. So mostly focused on gaming. And Stereo2 says, if you got the bandwidth, go for it. Yeah, we did use the multi-stream plugin for OBS before, and I could use I've got a hardware sort of multiplexing box that I could use for that. And I've set it up before so that I have a really solid, using a hardware encoder is so much easier, right? So using a hardware encoder to stream to both platforms. We're at 1440p, 60 frames a second right now, and I love doing this, right? I love having our stream just look crisp and clear, and I think we could do that for Twitch at the same time. So, maybe we do it. We'll see. Could be worth it. Could be worth it if we make it awesome. Nothing short of awesome. Because we do have the bandwidth too. Like literally, we've got oodles of bandwidth to outbound. But yeah, apparently they think it could launch in April. That'd be fun. And be run out of Amazon rather than AWS. So yeah, interesting. Interesting that Amazon would do that. It would make a lot more sense though, because it is a commercial product. It's geared towards consumers and their NFTs, and they could be redeemable, right, over on the main Amazon site for other products.
It's a smart move.
Yeah.
It's a smart move.
So anyway, bullish news. You're right. Another bit on this same initiative over on Blockworks, saying that they're hovering at the edges of Web3, and they have been for some time. Yeah, that tracks with what I've heard. So, all right, we've been warned. Thank you for that. Hey, it's your favorite country in the entire world.
Japan! Yay!
They embrace Web3 as global regulators grow wary of crypto. So apparently, there are already tight regulations in place in Japan that insulated FTX Japan and its investors from heavy losses. Japan is working on policy and guidelines for stable coins, NFTs, and DAOs as it welcomes a crypto future. I'm going to leave it at the headline right there and just say we should probably be studying everything that comes out of Japan in those three categories: stablecoins, NFTs, and DAOs.
And then go to our congressmen and advocate and lobby.
Maybe I think you and I think we have to go to Japan to investigate.
Yes.
I think this is a must. So,
Hi.
Yeah.
Arigato.
Ohayou gozaimasu. So, so I think we should probably make something happen. I think that we've got a couple of events slated for us to maybe go. I don't know that we're going to be speaking. I don't think that's going to happen this time. But I think, we need to go out of our way to go and check out what's going on in person. So,
and then we can move there because clearly it's a better place to hold your crypto because they have better laws.
Yeah, but then you drain all your crypto because it's freaking expensive AF to live in Japan.
That's true. We can teach English. I had a roommate who made so much money teaching English in Japan.
I promise you, your roommate didn't earn what I earned at my day job. So I don't think I'm leaving that behind to teach English in Japan.
Fine.
So
fine.
Yeah, but it is a remote first job. So the world is our oyster. We can go anywhere we want. Let's move on to a little bit of blockchain mining news. Let's see. Paul D says, bring mochi back for chat.
Yes, I will put it in my purse on the plane.
Oh, man.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, right? Obviously. A little dry ice, you'll be fine. Jeez. Stop being dramatic. But
steamy bag.
Custom mine one full Bitcoin. We're going to do some custom hardware. Let's go ahead and take it way back.
Was that all the news? Are we done with the news?
Nope, we got a few more news items, but we're going to break it up a little bit.
Okay.
Talk about this first, and let's check out the custom mine with an S9, an Antminer S9. There's a reason that I'm doing this, by the way. It's because I'm considering just doing a space heater out of an Antminer S9. Thumbs up if you want to see that, because it's a very simple home project. You can do a couple of, you don't even have to 3D print anything. Some people do. You can make it essentially, silent. About as loud as our heater is going right now, and chat doesn't hear it because of the noise reduction on our mics. So it would basically not sound like anything, and that would be the space heater for my office. I've turned off the GPUs right now. I'm not spec mining anything. I could do that, but it's hard to get the right amount of rotation going through the fans and balancing that with the power consumption so nothing burns out and nothing sounds like a jet turbine, right? It's like it's that sweet spot in between. So we can do that with an S9. And these guys, Brains OS, very easy. It actually regulates the amount of power that's used based on how well it can cool itself off. So you can make it silent and decrease the power consumption. So, yeah, looking at that, though, your cost to mine one full Bitcoin is $51,000.
What?
It is not a money-making venture at all.
That went up. That's higher than the last time.
That's because I've changed the parameters to that old hardware. Now, if we wanted to go with something more like the S19J Pro specifically, and we'll go with 3,500 watts. I didn't even put in our pool fees. Geez, that's closer to $20,000. And if we wanted to go with something like the newest models at 140, now we're looking at a cost to mine one full Bitcoin of a little over $14,000. Prices have gone up. You're right.
Okay.
They've gone up significantly. And it's made it, some of that is the competition that's mining Bitcoin right now. And some of that is the industrial players that are mining Bitcoin right now. So, yeah, I was hoping that it would be a lot more of us just mining at home. And unfortunately, the institutional players they didn't capitulate yet. Watch for it. Because, yeah, institutional miner capitulation, if we start seeing it, that is the sign that we're bottoming out. But we're not there yet. Still not there yet.
Amazing.
That's why I'm not worried about like, oh, we missed the Bitcoin on sale. No, we didn't. I think we're going to see it. I really do. Yeah, I firmly believe that. Hey, and you know what? My predictions aren't perfect, but I really do think we're going to see minor capitulation because Bitcoin will bottom out. So, but yeah, prices are not great. So if they're not great anyway, right? If you're looking at a lot more, because we could get one of these, but this is like a $2,000 piece of equipment. An S9 is like practically the cost of shipping. It's like $50 shipped. Sometimes it's $50 shipped with a power supply. So as a Bitcoin mining space heater goes, it's pretty great. Again, I see Enzo Mining is the only one with a thumbs up. He's like, you don't understand. That's amazing. I would love to see that. And everybody else is like, it's been done. You're right. It's been done. But it's still a fun project. I'd like to do it. So space heaters. Yeah. Lighters up for space heaters. GPU profitability. I'm going to stop being too nerdy here. I promise this is going to, it'll be over before too long. 8-cent power resort for our profitability. There we go. We got the text a little bit bigger. And I'm also here to take a look at the prices of 4090s. That keeps on coming down. That's very positive. A lot of YouTubers are refusing to buy the 4000 series RTX products from NVIDIA, so we'll see. But yeah, there's some profit that's actually being returned by mining a lithium and some others. Paul D says, I've always said the problem with space heaters is that running them wasn't tax deductible enough. Right? Of course, right. So, yeah. Cornflakes, alfalfa, rickets, and city cross country. These are your best coins right here. Obviously, they're not making you any real money. Don't take any of what I just said seriously. Take a look at our profit over 24 hours though. And yeah, it's a pretty cut and dried, like obvious choice to go with the 4000 series if you want to be doing any mining for any new system upgrades. But a lot of people are really not happy with NVIDIA right now. So if you're unhappy with NVIDIA, tell me why. I'd like to know why. All right, let's move on to some other news. What do we got?
Bitcoin miner Hut 8 takes dispute with power supplier to court.
And so apparently in Ontario, Canada, they filed a statement of claim against its power supplier because Validus failed to meet its contractual obligations. Yeah. So they failed to, oh, come on, stop it. They failed to achieve certain key operational milestones on schedule, while also demanding more money than what was agreed under their power purchase agreement. And this is one of the things about mining at scale. Mama Biz, we've talked about this. There's a reason that I was never interested in going and like getting some giant warehouse, other than a very short time when we had a different warehouse that was already like being managed by somebody else. And that's because when you do that, the power utility says, okay, cool, sign this contract and you have to consume this minimum amount of power. And if you want upgrades to the amount of power that's going to be delivered there, you have to pay for those up front. It's huge. It's a huge amount of expense up front. And then if you fail to consume the amount of power that they're adding to what's delivered to your location, you still have to pay the minimum anyway. So it's very tricky. Yeah. Goblin Dude is here. Says, heading out somewhere. Raider, what's up, Raider? Thanks for being here, man. Got a bunch of folks hanging out with us right now. Goblin Dude and Raider just jumped in to say hello. Says MYB. Good to see you here, Raider. But yeah, I think that Hut 8 is going to be in trouble here if this continues. Hopefully this doesn't cascade out of control or spiral out of control, but we'll see. Additional news about moonbirds. What do we got?
Well, we actually kind of covered this, didn't we?
We basically did.
In the other one, yeah.
Yeah.
But this one says just how much. $1.1 million worth of tokens lost.
I mean, it's not that bad.
That's okay.
He'll be all right.
That's fine.
He'll feel better in no time.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's sad. I don't wish that on anybody. And I don't care about like, yeah, the tribalism of this whatever network versus that network and people who are excited about like their favorite NFT project. It's just, it's a blight on the face of crypto. It's bad for all of us to have there be hacks and theft like that.
Yep.
So I wish we could see less of it.
So thanks, hackers, you jerks. Poisoning the well.
But in other news, the SEC bats down ARK's and 21 Shares' second Bitcoin ETF proposal. These just never go through. ETF proposals never seem to go through. So the SEC is refusing to see it their way. Yeah, and they haven't approved any Bitcoin ETF for years, citing opacity in the underlying Bitcoin market and concerns over possible price manipulation. Grayscale, the subsidiary of the digital currency group DCG that manages Grayscale Bitcoin Trust Investment Fund, sued the SEC last year over its lack of approval of its own spot ETF application. The suit remains ongoing. See, here's one of those things where, like, I don't like DCG. I don't care for DCG, but I care for the SEC a lot less. So I would be totally okay with DCG having their way in that lawsuit and yeah, winning damages against the SEC, right? The SEC needs to provide clear guidance. They need to provide rules that anybody can understand, any group can understand. And if they keep denying ETFs, they need to state clearly exactly why so that somebody else can propose something that is approved. It's that simple.
Yep.
I don't see us ever getting exposure to a Bitcoin ETF, but the fact that there isn't one is hugely problematic.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, moving on. What else we have here?
CFTC's Johnson makes a call to action following FTX fallout.
And so Kristen Johnson called for new rules and also asked Congress to give the agency the authority to conduct due diligence on firms seeking to buy into registered entities. Commissioner also offered some fixes, some of which she said will only require the CFTC's action. Enzo Mining says, an enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah, I think that's just it. That phrase, it holds true. It's only ever for a short period of time. So as soon as DCG is able to win damages against the SEC, we can go back to hating them. Like, it's that simple. But go get some money from the SEC first. I don't care if it's taxpayer money. Go get it. But, we already have that listed twice. Awesome. Let's take a look really briefly at our DeFi Llama breakdown. Ethereum is at 67% of the total dominance of DeFi in terms of total value locked. Take a look at our stable coins. This is something that I much prefer seeing here. Goblin Dude wants y'all to have a great night, to stay humble and stack sats. That's a phenomenal approach. Absolutely. Dollar cost averaging. We'll take a look at that. If you don't see the free dollar cost average calculator in the description, that's a tool that you can use. And we post it there every time that we stream, just so you can see that there are tools that any person can understand that will help you understand the impact of dollar cost averaging, the impact of some of the stuff we discuss on the show, do some of the analysis that you see, very basic analysis that you see us doing on your own, and just be a more informed crypto person and a safer crypto person. So thank you for being here with us and appreciate you. Yeah. Leaving some comments, leaving some love. Thank you. But total stablecoin market cap is 137 billion. Of that 137 billion, what is taking the lion's share? Could it be Tether? Yeah, it is. Over 67 billion. And the amount of non-wash trading that's taking place in the stablecoin markets, also I think the lion's share goes to Tether right now. So it's not that I'm becoming some kind of Tether maximalist as much as I'm just becoming a Tether realist. Tether is used because it is useful, and USDC coin is used less, not because it is useless, but because it is less useful. Because that's so quippy. I'm great at jokes.
Yes, you are. You're hilarious.
Yeah. Okay. So Binance USD is the third largest stablecoin, $15 billion. And it has reasonably good volume as well. And then DAI, Frax, and some others. But DAI and Frax in particular have my attention because of their algorithmic pegs and the fact that they're accepted in so many other places as well. But DAI in particular, pretty great. Frax, I think, is also, yep, there it is on Polygon, on Avalanche, I think on Phantom as well. So, yep, there it is right there. All the majors And you only have about $1 billion on that and $5 billion on DAI, but I would much rather see that we have some well-designed algorithmic stables than just these centralized stables that eventually, will succumb to regulation. USDC coin or USD coin, it's going to be the de facto CBDC. Wendy's been saying it. BitBoy Crypto's been saying it. Altcoin Daily's been saying it. I think they're right. I think there's some validity to that.
Yeah.
USDC coin is that it is like the de facto CBDC, and I don't like it. Like, it bothers me.
Boo.
Yeah, right?
Boo.
Boo. Paul D says, I have some Polygon from getting ETH payouts there. Can I afford my private volcano base island where I hunt man yet? Yes, obviously you can. Paul D says, I like DAI. Combines being mostly backed by USDC/JP Morgan while also being backed by BAT token. I know. There's stuff that is not great about it. The basket is not perfect. The difference is that those are just backing. That's just backing right there. So yes, there's a cascading problem if USDC is found to be insolvent. If Circle Group is found to be insolvent. Ooh, Enzo Mining says, how about Jed with Cardano? I heard it's coming out next week or so. It's supposed to be good, but I have a problem with talking about Cardano in general, right? Their smart contracts are way overdue. They're way underperforming. And there have been people who I've spoken to, I won't name names or what they did or for whom, who just have no faith in the tech stack. And they're the kinds of people that when I hear that they have no faith in the tech stack, I just kind of wash my hands. I just walk away, take a big step back and say, yeah, I'm just out. I don't want to stick around and wait for this. So Jed sounds great. Cardano, I'm not a big fan. That's just me. So if you have hope in it, that's awesome. I don't want to burst your bubble. Keep on hoping that it's going to be great. Frax is another one that is actually algorithmically backed by other deposit assets, or fractionally backed, not fractionally backed, algorithmically backed, and it's a synthetic, I guess, from over-collateralized assets, so a collateralized debt position. DAI is not, right? So it is, Oh, and everyone's trying to drop facts, talking about Ergo and stuff. It is, I guess if it's on Ergo, it's probably a better move. I think it was, I thought the testnet was on Ergo. I thought that's what Jed was doing, was kind of doing a test run on Ergo and then going to Cardano. So, pardon my ignorance. I don't want to speak entirely from ignorance, but I thought that's what was happening. So, Frax, let's see what else we got here. Liquidity, done really well. Magic Internet Money, same problem as DAI, frankly. So, yeah, there are a few that I think are okay, but the ones that have me concerned are the ones that everybody wants to use, right? That's the problem. These top four, really, like you're saying, yeah, DAI isn't perfect. I wouldn't say that it's entirely controlled by JP Morgan, though. So, yeah, USDC coin is definitely controlled by JP Morgan. The treasury of, right, for DAI Maker, I don't think it's controlled by JP Morgan. So, I'm not as worried about it. Ooh, got to decline that. All right. Moving on, though. One last little look at our portfolios. And it's nothing new, right? We've seen these before, but Beam is the biggest loser in our GPU mineable coins. Biggest winner right now is Conflux. And then Firo. Profits have gone up considerably over the last little while. Don't know what the issue is on Conflux, but that's why it's profitable to mine. Hard drive mining over the last 7 days. Signum is the least performant, so everything is green. Filecoin is the most. Chia is coming up pretty significantly as well, $45, $46. So there you go, Paul. You can buy your private island where you hunt man, but you missed it. You thought it was Polygon. Ironically, it was Chia. It's okay. It's okay. Paul sold all of his Chia.
What?
Yep.
When?
He chose the wrong day to sell all of his Chia. Sorry, Paul. CPU mineable coins. Wow, Nero is our biggest loser. Yenten is our biggest winner. Veriscoin is second best. So as far as price performance for this week, $35 million. Raider says Cardano seems like too many academics and not enough builders are influencing decisions. I think that's probably that's one of the most accurate summaries I've read in a while about Cardano. They're always telling us about how like, oh, we got this peer-reviewed paper and we just poached these guys from so-and-so university and they got triple PhDs in cryptography. Like, oh, that's cool. And then all it takes is one wallet maker to make a really bad hot wallet and people get stolen from on your network anyway, right? Like you're guarding against the wrong things. You're engineering the wrong solution to problems that people don't have. Try just delivering anything that works, like now. Now, can you do it? Now, can you do it? 4 years later, can you do it? When can we expect to see something that actually works? So thank you, Raider. That was very well put. Paul says, I've been on the Chia Choo Choo for 2 years now. That's not true. He sold the bottom. You're just trying to cover your losses, trying to cover your bad feelings.
We see it, Paul. We know the truth.
Yeah. ASIC, mineable, coins. Grin is the only one that's in the red. Apparently everything else is doing better this week. Nervos Network, best of all. FPGA mineable coins. We got Handshake that is also the least performant. Nemic is up the most. Teller is second place at over 20% each. Proof of stake smart contracts have been on a tear, right? Terra Luna Classic is the worst. The best is Phantom. Phantom is coming back in a big way. And it's been sort of slowly moving up over the last 7 days, right? Really great 7-day performance. Not just like pumping more recently, like in the last day, like Polygon's been doing, but consistently. That's kind of cool to see. Junk Drawer, this is where everything interesting is taking place. Zen Crypto, this is a competitor to sort of the Hex/Pulse ecosystem. People have been putting some faith into this. I'm not one of those people, but it's been making a lot of waves on crypto Twitter, and there's some people who are finally looking forward to something launching. And Zen Crypto is not it. It's taking some serious flack here. So, bummer. Sorry, Zen people. Biggest winner in this whole category is Baby Saitama. Because, of course, because why wouldn't it be? Jeez. And I think, is this the one where we actually have an entry? We do. We actually have a portfolio entry for Baby Saitama. And it's down bad. Down way bad. From our all-time high. The last week, it's up. DYDX, similarly down 80% in our portfolio, but up 70% this week. And then Saitama Inu, the daddy of Baby Saitama, also way up, but unrealistic expectations from our portfolio here. Still a market cap of $120 million of free meme money. It's crazy, right?
Nuts.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We knew. We were paying attention to this stuff when it was launching. We could have launched a meme token.
I sure was. I understand everything you're talking about.
I know. I should probably stop having so much principle, and I should make some of these crazy degenerate tokens, shouldn't I?
If you want to call yourself a degen, yes.
Challenge accepted. All right. So, IBC gang, Terra Luna Classic and Persistence are both in the red. Shade Protocol it's down there, but right next to Secret. Biggest winner is Akash Network. It's just crazy how this whole ecosystem kind of flip-flops every now and then, where they have these really brilliant projects that are doing awesome, and then they have others that are like getting their faces punched, and then totally the opposite the next week. It's almost like the entire IBC ecosystem is wash trading.
What?
Almost.
No.
It's not quite. But it's almost like that. I mean, I'm not saying anything
What
bad.
are you implying?
Nothing.
Dare you.
Ooh. 10 set gems. Even the 10 set gems are coming back. MetaHero is having a great week. Everdome's having a great week. 10 set is doing okay. Congo Exchange down. Right, it's always pretty close to that $3 mark, but it's down. Same with Fame MMA. It's a bummer. I think I really did have high hopes for that ecosystem. We'll see if maybe they return to profitability as we get back into the bull. Stable coins, we're going to leave that alone, entirely alone. GPU ETH replacements, we've already seen the GPU project portfolio. RH ecosystem, Hex is back, right? It's up back by 10%. So it's back over 2 cents per coin. Same with Cult, same with Hedron and Maximus DAO. Everything else is down. Doge chain ecosystem. This one is a weird one, but there's some TVL in that ecosystem. A lot of it is in the main asset itself, Dogechain, up to 24 million in market cap. And then synthetic and wrapped assets. I like this whole category because with these synthetic and wrapped assets, these are these are the assets that we're used to seeing: gold, Bitcoin, even Ethereum, but we're seeing them wrapped in other ways so they can be put into DeFi. So that's how you put gold into crypto DeFi. You have to have some kind of a tokenized representation of it. So Pax Gold, they've actually got these custody vaults where they have an auditor come in and prove like, oh yeah, I've got this much gold. So this is how much your tokens are worth. Crazy, right?
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it's a neat idea. Tether Gold as well is meant to be sort of like XAUT. It's a dollarized representation, right? Or it's also a gold-backed crypto. Man, sorry for the sudden change to light mode. But yeah, these are interesting projects because I think they make DeFi more interesting to be able to have these tokenized representations of gold. They do things that only crypto can do, but with the value of gold behind them. And then last but not least, I want to show you again that DCA calculator. This is important for us to be aware of. Mama Biz, what asset should we show a DCA on today?
Ooh, do I get to pick?
Yep.
Let's do BNB.
All right, BNB. We're doing BNB. How much should we put in every single day or week?
$10.
Weekly or daily?
Oh,
or monthly?
Daily.
All right, daily. We're doing a $10 DCA of BNB. And when should we say we started?
10 years ago. I'm kidding. Let's go 2. Let's go back 2.
Awesome. Okay. So we're going to go back to 2021, January. Let's say January 8th. We'll keep it very easy. And go to 2023, January. And then we will go to today. Go ahead and calculate that. Has it been doing that in real time? Used free calculations. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. I didn't realize this was a paid site now, guys. I'm sorry. Or a paid tool. But apparently, wow, yeah, what happened there? It got way distorted. Your total investment would have been just over $7,000, almost $7,500, and you would have been up by over $1,000 in just 2 years. Not its highest performing. I'm
not happy with that.
Yeah, right?
I know we can do better.
Yeah, well, it depends on the asset. Let's look at other assets that we could dollar cost average into. I'm going to refresh this page. This thing is going crazy.
Do I get to pick again?
Yes.
Does anyone listening want to pick? No?
Throw out some assets, folks.
All right. How about Dogecoin?
All right. It's a valuable question. Dogecoin's been around longer, too.
I know. I want you to go back to 2020 with Dogecoin.
Okay.
Same thing, though. $10. Let's just do $10 weekly.
$10 weekly. Go to January. And we'll keep it, exactly 3 years then. $10 weekly.
Ooh, someone said Adam. I like that. And so mining says
Wait,
Adam.
reach your limit of 5 tasks per hour? Huh?
What? Boo. You did one thing, didn't you?
I literally did one thing. What the crap?
Oh, man.
Cliff says Matic. Enzo Mining says Adam. I say $80 a year is a joke for this tool because I think we can do a lot of these same functions using a calculator. Gosh darn it.
Ooh.
I know. It's a valuable tool. Like, I had $5 weekly for 2 years on Adam. We should do that. I think we're going to call it a show tonight. We've been going a little bit longer than an hour and a half, about an hour and a half right now.
Oh, wow.
So, Mama Biz, thank you so much for, I know. Thank you so much for, hanging with us. Thank you so much for spending time with Mama Biz and myself. We love being able to spend this time with you. Once a week is kind of what we can actually manage to carve out. I still have some video deliverables for marketing agents or marketing clients that I work with. I love doing what I do. I love working in Web3 and in cryptocurrency, blockchain. This has been a truly empowering experience, and you have been so instrumental in that journey. Thank you. I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for your support over the years. We're going on 5 years of crypto media.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done.
And you're the reason that I make this media. Love your face. Remember to stay private. and mind your biz.